as you come down that massive drop. Ah! Ah!
Won't let this moment pass us by.
Good morning and happy Saturday! Today is a particularly special day as today marks 1 year since we started vlogging. That is right, one video pretty much every day for a whole year. I really loved recording what we've been doing and sharing it with you guys, and I love the amount of people that are watching videos and commenting and letting us know that they're watching them. I love this little community that we've got. Hi guys, we're in the petrol station at the moment and Chris is out getting petrol. He's somewhere over here. We're off on our way to Blackpool for our day out for our vlogiversary. We used to love Blackpool. We used to live quite close and we've both been loads of times as kids, but not very many times together. So today we are off to Blackpool, gonna go to the beach, gonna go to the pier, maybe get some rock. I don't know what we're gonna do. The opportunities are endless. But first we have to go up the M6, which is not gonna be good because it is bank holiday weekend, which means that everybody in the country is on the M6.
I sent Jen in for a nice coffee. She came out with a nice coffee for me. She also came out with a shit ton of other drinks for herself with some crazy story about chatting up the manager or something. I'm sure she'll tell you in a second.
So I have blackcurrant mojito, blackcurrant mojito iced tea lemonade.
That tastes actually quite nice.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And green tea lemonade.
So is the mojito one you got?
Yeah. As recommended by the manager.
Oh no, that's not as good. That
No,
was
it's not
way
at
better.
all, is it?
That's really good. What's
He's
that one?
right. Blackcurrant mojito. Ignore Chris. I wasn't chatting up the manager in Starbucks.
Don't ignore Chris. Never ignore
Always ignore Chris.
No.
Ah.
Chris. Use your friggin' indicators!
I'm busy vlogging.
Sorry.
Thank you. Promise I wasn't chatting up the manager. I was going to go for the green tea lemonade and he saw me looking at the sign and he recommended the blackberry mojito tea lemonade. But that wasn't the one I was going to go for, and then I was torn and I was like, if you recommend that one, and I love mojito, I don't normally like blackberry. So I didn't know I wanted that one, but then I wanted the green tea, but I wanted the blackberry, and he empathized with my terrible dilemma. And he had one of the girls behind the counter make up 2 little sample size drinks for me so I could try them both before I ordered one, which I thought was really, really lovely of him. And he was right, the blackberry mojito is significantly better than the green tea. I don't know what I was thinking, but then because he was so nice, I didn't feel like I could just order a medium like I was planning to, because I'd already had 2 free drinks, so I had to order a large. We succumbed and decided to go on the toll road. It's definitely the best decision because the road has been clear the whole way. Now we're at the end, we have to pay. There are red lights everywhere. Ooh, it's gonna take longer to get there. Sat-nav doesn't seem to think it's that bad though. We will see. Maybe it has a nifty trick up its sleeve. This is not good weather to go to the beach. Chris said the weather forecast was better for the Northwest, but I don't think the weather forecast has ever been better for the Northwest. I'm not sure he's right.
Not looking at this.
Northwest Spain, maybe. We should be on the motorway right now, but the sat-nav is taking us on a magical mystery tour, and at the moment we're in a town centre.
Please
There's Aldi.
the roundabout at the second
We're in
exit
Newcastle.
and continue to follow.
I hope is somewhere near Stoke, as opposed to the Newcastle I know, which is in the northeast. Just a really long way away from where we're going. You doing some people watching? We don't know, I promise. Who'd have believed it? The further north we get, the more sunny it's getting. So it's not exactly sunny. We've just dropped the dog off with my mum and dad. No dog left. And we are finally on our way to Blackpool. We should be there kind of shortly-ish.
Hold tight.
Ah! Accelerating.
I've lost count of how many times we had to go to that damn pay machine to pay for parking because he wouldn't take our money. We had to go the first time to see how much it was, second time to see if we had any money, and then we tried paying, and then one of the pound coins we tried using wouldn't work, so we had to trek back to the car, find another pound coin, and then try that one, and finally worked. And now I'm knackered, I want to go home. I was hoping to arrive here sometime just after lunchtime, but well, that plan went tits up. Whose fault's that? It's not, I'm just blaming her. We've just come out of the magic show and we decided to have a bit of a walk down the promenade, and just to our left here we've got the Pleasure Beach. We would go in, but it's a bit too late in the day to pay full price for it. We would go in, but it's a bit too late in the day to pay full price for a ticket, so we're just gonna have a wander, just take in the atmosphere. Nice. Candy floss, doing candy floss. Where's the candy floss people? For you guys that haven't been to Blackpool or don't know what Blackpool is, this is the big one. That's the name of the roller coaster, and it was up until like the late 90s, if not even later, the world's tallest and fastest roller coaster. It's like 230 odd feet tall, I think, don't quote me on that, and it goes about 85 miles an hour, and it is scary as shit. So the aim was we were going to come a bit earlier and we were going to make our way over to the theme park, and we're actually going to go and hit up some of these rides, some of them that were available that were there when we were kids, and some new ones as well. But like I said, there's no point in paying for like an hour or two's worth of park entry. It's ridiculously expensive. I think you may be able to go in for free, but I don't know. I mean, you can get like wristbands and stuff, but it's crazy. We would have so gone on that. It's been a long time since I've been on that ride. It is scary because you go up, you get to the top of the chain lift, and then all you see is this. Basically, you're just presented with the sea. And it took me absolutely years to pluck up the courage to go on that thing. And even now, I think if I had to get in the queue for it, it'd have my stomach in knots. Because a lot of roller coasters now, they have like the big cars, they're really smooth, they've got massive restraints over your shoulders. This, you have a lap bar and a seatbelt.
I was only about 10 when they built the big one, and unlike Chris, I wasn't a baby and went on it like within months of it opening. Me and my dad went on.
It took me to be a teenager. I was too rational to go on this stuff. 10 years old.
Yeah. Me and my dad went on, and because I was so tiny and the bars were clearly built for adults, or at least to accommodate adults, it didn't close down on my legs, and as you come down, that massive drop. Ah! Ah! Sorry, as I was saying, as you come down that massive drop, I like completely rose out of my seat, and as a 10-year-old, didn't know if that was part of the ride, really thought I was falling out. My dad had to grab me as tight as possible to stop me like flying out of the car. I've just spotted South Pier over here. Here. I want to go over here. Yeah.
This is the extent of Jen's gambling addiction. She won't gamble any more than this. She has a pot of 2 pence pieces. There's like about 40-50p's worth. And this machine.
It's like the best machine known to man. Oh.
So kids, this is why you shouldn't gamble. You don't win. You're never going to win. That's 40-50p down the drain now. What could we got for 40 or 50p?
Nothing. Should we get some more?
No, we're not getting any more. Let's go. We were checking earlier and it turns out Blackpool Illuminations come on, did you say next weekend?
2nd to the 4th of September is the big grand opening night.
Grand opening night, whatever. But we're walking down the promenade now and they appear to be on.
It looks illuminated to me.
Yeah, okay.
That's not illuminated.
Yeah, I don't know how they can get any more illuminated than this. So we're gonna have a bit of a wander, and I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna head back to the car in a minute, and then we're gonna drive down the promenade, back down the promenade, and enjoy the illuminations without so much queuing than you'd normally get when they're officially open. What's the point in turning on? Why waste electricity? I'm getting quite peckish now though. And we've not found Jen any candy floss yet.
No, I haven't seen candy floss.
Not any fresh candy floss, just sort of like bags of stuff that they get shipped from wherever.
If I have to have a bag, I'll have a bag, but I'd rather have it on a stick.
With growing up near Blackpool, we were never treated to a tower like that. I don't think they ever lit it. If they did, it was never with anything fancy like that. That looks pretty cool. Granted, it's no Eiffel Tower, but I think they're trying to make it that. Is it like the Eiffel Tower of the North?
French don't like the Eiffel Tower, at least we like Blackpool Tower.
Jen got her candy floss.
Yay, I got some candy floss.
How many years?
Greasy Joe.
How many years have been to Jen candy floss?
Oh, many, many years. had a really nice afternoon in Blackpool. We managed to go and stop stealing the candy floss. You give it back. We have the tiniest bit of candy floss left over from our trip to the beach, and Chris is not getting any more of it.
You ate most of it while I was driving.
Fine. I didn't eat any while you were driving.
I ate most of it while I was driving.
I did not.
You did.
I didn't. So, the magic show that we went to go and see earlier was the evolution of magic. And I thought there was maybe a bit more story to it in terms of how magic evolved over the last however many years, 100 years or so. But it wasn't. It was
just a title.
It was just a title. It was a magic show. It was pretty well done. It had a lot of like big Vegas styling, but without a big Vegas budget. But the guy that was doing it was really good. After we saw the end of the magic show, we went for a walk up and down the promenade. We went into the South Pier and saw the amusement arcades and some of the rides available there, and just had a lovely wander on the beachfront. Managed to pick up our popcorn. It's not popcorn. I've been calling it popcorn all night. Managed to pick up our candy floss. My candy floss. From Greasy Joe's, and it was awesome. It's really fresh candy floss, even if there's only like a tiny weeny bit left now. It's been an awesome day and a really nice evening. Just got back into my mum's and I'm gonna get ready for bed now. Don't forget to give this video a like and let us know that you're watching it. Have you been watching us since we started this time last year? Have any of you even seen our very first video? You haven't seen our first video, don't go back and watch it because it was no good. But we're glad you're here now. So good night, guys. See you tomorrow.
We're going to a place called 1573 in Leicester, which we've been to before, but it's been years since we've been. The menu looks incredible. It's quite a small restaurant, so I didn't know if we'd even be able to get in, but Chris managed to get us in for tonight, which is really great.